Hi everyone, I hope you are able to see me and hear. Everyone, I hope you are able to see me. Good evening, Mehak. Good evening. Yeah, yes. How are you all? How is the day? How was your day? Yeah, good evening. Good to see you, Mridul. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yes. A lot of, let's say, mixed feelings today. Yeah, it's end of the day three. I mean, we have got 2 days. We had 2 days. I enjoyed each and every moment with you all, and I hope that you all did too. Yeah. So today is the third day and the final day of this sessions on EI. Yeah. How are you all feeling? Everyone, Mridul, Mahek, and those who are joined. How are you all feeling today? Yeah. I had told you all yesterday that I'll be taking a feeling check-in every day, right? Means as long as we are there. Okay. So yeah, the feeling check is how are you all feeling today? Yeah, and how was your day yesterday? How was the day today? Yeah, did you all do something? I mean, whatever you have learned yesterday, the last 2 days, uh, did you all go through it? Did you all remember it? And you know, enjoy it? Whatever, whatever comes in your mind, it just feel free to share. I am really curious to know last how the last 2 days were, and today, what are you looking forward to? Yeah, everyone, if you can hear, please do respond in the chat. I am waiting for your answers. Yeah, I hope you all are able to hear me because I don't see any. Yeah, good, good, good. I was just thinking whether you're able to hear me or not. Yeah, yes, yes. Good day. Yes, yeah. You had a bit day. Good, a bit colder than yesterday. Oh, where do you stay, Mrudul? It is so hot over here. I stay in Thane, and it's very, very hot. Yeah, the temperature is about 36 degrees around 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. Oh, you stay in Shimla, so lovely. Yeah, here it is like very, very hot, very, very humid. Yeah, so that gives you a feeling of being tired sometimes, right? Yeah, yeah, it is a good day, and I'm really looking forward to sharing more on AI. Okay, okay. Um, how's everyone today? I see about 14 of you all have joined. Welcome for today's evening, and today is the last session of EI, and the next 1.5 hours that we are having and sharing together, we'll be learning and sharing more with each other, right? Like the last 2 days, I will be asking you all some things and either questions or what you know, what you share. Yeah, and I'll be welcoming all of it because I really look forward to your share. It shows that you all are paying attention, you all are interested, and it makes me feel good about it, right? Yes, yeah, Samirul is saying I'm good. Yes. Okay, thank you so much for responding. Okay, so today we are going to do on uh, social skills and emotional intelligence and leadership. Okay, so what we have learned the last 2 days, on the components of EI. Uh, that is self-awareness, managing emotions, motivation skills, empathy. All this is very useful in your social skills and in the emotional intelligence. Okay, IQ can take you till the college, can give you a job, but to maintain it, to continue with it, to achieve success and happiness, you need to have EQ skills, which I'm sure you all must have understood in the last 2 days, learning all the components of it. Okay, the social skills is how we our relationship skills. Okay, how we interact with family, friends, or peers in the college, or if you're working there, wherever, if you're working at the working place, and the people you meet around where you're staying. Yeah, these are all the social skills. And to maintain a relationship, you need all the EI components in you. Yeah, you need all the EI skills in you, which I said all of us have. Every one of us are emotionally intelligent, but we are somewhere not aware of it. Yeah, we don't realize that we have these skills. Yeah, and as I said, it can be enhanced anytime. Yeah, it can be taken anytime and it can be increased anytime. It only needs this. Yeah, always practice. Okay. Okay. Now today's session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 videos in regular intervals. The For some reason the volume is not working, but I'll explain it to you. Okay, and as and when I show the video, I'll be explaining to you. And the video clip is like self-explanatory. I'll just give you a gist before I start. कि क्या हो रहा है उसमें, what is happening there, and then after the video is done, we will discuss it. Okay, and throughout the this, I'll be telling you different skills, explaining different skills. Okay, uh, in the field of social skills. Okay, we have interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills. In detail, I'll be explaining everything to you. Okay, got some pointers there, and then I'll be giving you a scenario. Okay, one scenario, I'll explain what are the EQ skills used. The other one more, I will be telling you all to do that. I'll just give you the scenario. You have to tell me what are the skills over there that can be used and what will you do in that position. And again, there are no wrong or right answers. Okay, I will not say this is a wrong answer, you should not have said this. It is your experience, your thoughts, your feelings, all respected. Okay, it can be different from others or it can be same as others. Okay, so this is how it is going to go today. I'll be explaining some things to you and giving you a scenario, an example of it, how you solve it, and then the next scenario, you will have to do it. Okay. In that way, it'll be a recap of all the sessions that we have done so far. Okay. And the last will be the EQ and leadership. Okay. So that will make you understand what is important to have leadership skills and why it is important. And of course, as and when we go along, you will understand. Okay. It is like you have always known it, but perhaps not being aware of it. Okay. So we'll start today. The first one is a video that I'm going to show you, small video clip, wherein there are two ladies, okay, and one of them accidentally scratches the car when she was parking in a parking lot. A parking lot means she accidentally scratches the car. Now this lady tells her to tell sorry, that you scratched my car. The other lady does not say sorry. Okay, she does not want to say sorry. She does not say sorry. Okay, that is the beginning. After that, what happens is you all can see that. We'll discuss it in the end. Um, After the video clip is over, there is no need for the volume over here. You can understand it. Okay, done. Okay. Here the lady is asking her to say sorry, and the other one is telling I am not, she's not going to say sorry. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the volume was not there, but I hope you understood. Yeah, I hope you understood what happened in the video because there was actually not much need of the volume. Also, I explained it to you what was there, right? So tell me what happened over here. What was it happened over here? You have learned yesterday there's something. Yeah, so what was it that was happening here? Yeah, I'm just waiting. Yes, ego clashes. Anything else? Yeah, anything else? Anyone has got something else to say? Ego clashes. Mrudul says ego clashes. Anything else? What was happening over here? What was happening? Yeah, one dash and the other one dashes and the other one dashes. So what was happening here? Which was that feeling that was going out of control over here? Which was a feeling that was going out of control? Yeah. Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. What was the feeling that was going out of control? Yesterday we had learned something about it, right? Here, see only Mrudul answering over here, ego clashes. Besides that, what was a feeling that was going out of control? If you could put it up in the chat and let me know about it, it'll be great because that is going to take us further in the discussion and that is going to set what we have decided for today. Yeah. What was a feeling that was going out of control? Okay. Yes, anger. Um, Why is only Mrudul answering over here? Where are the others? I don't see anyone else answering. Yeah, only Mrudul is answering. There is anger. Yes. Anyone else? I see 14 in attendance over here, and there is only one answer coming from one person. I mean, answers are coming only from one person. Yeah, come on. Where was it yesterday? Yesterday there was so much interaction, right? What's happening today, guys? I'm expecting an answer from you all. Yes, anger. Anything else that was, what did we learn yesterday that stood out today? Yeah. Yes, Mehek. Yes, anger. Mrudul. Yes, thank you for responding. Thank you so much for responding. Yes. Yeah. Anger was there. Anger was going out of control. So what was happening was an emotional hijack over here. Yeah. Remember yesterday's session when you lose control of over your feelings, you're overwhelmed with your feelings. Yeah, and that is when the emotional hijack takes place. That is, your emotional brain takes over and your emotional hijack takes place. And that is why both the ladies over here lost it, did not manage their anger well, or did not manage their feelings well. And that is what had happened. And this is what happens nowadays very commonly in road rage, that you have been must be reading the newspapers and everywhere, right? बहुत सारा road rage का accidents होता है when, even if a rickshaw is dashing you, if a car is dashing your car or anything, there is a lot of argument, there's a lot of fist fights take place. Yeah, where people lose control of their anger, their frustrations, whatever. Okay, and also here there are things which are also not in place. It is the interpersonal and intrapersonal communication. Yeah, so that is what it was missing over here. Yeah, intrapersonal and interpersonal communication themselves and others. Okay, now what is the intrapersonal communication? Okay, which is the communication with you yourself. Yeah, both the ladies, they did not they were not aware of what they were feeling and the intensity of what they were feeling. Yeah. Yes, Mridul, you said material things are more, no, more valuable than, yes, it is, yeah, human emotions more valuable. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. But this is where the EI comes over here. This is where the EQ comes over here, where both the ladies over here, please understand that both the ladies in the intrapersonal, INTRA, intrapersonal communication with themselves, they were not aware of what they were feeling, the intensity of the anger that was increasing. They were not aware of the feelings. That is why they could not regulate it. They could not manage it, or nor could they express it to their the other one. Ki something is going wrong over here, and like you hit my car, I hit your car. It is not going to end. It is not going correct. Either of them did not understand. And the interpersonal communication, nor did they communicate with each other properly. They could have maybe shouted, but the one person asked her to say sorry, the other one did not want to say sorry. So they could have at least discussed it, talked about it, maybe argued over it. Yeah. And to clear things off, or said something, or ask them that they'll file a case, or you know call the police or whatever. They could have done that. Instead, they got sort of dashed each other's car and made a mess of everything, right? And they were not stopping at it. Yeah. So here, the communication with themselves and with each other was missing. Yeah. And that all the AI skills that were there had gone for the toss. It was not visible here. Yeah. It was just not the anger and the emotional hijack that was happening. It was also these skills were missing. Okay. So we just go step by step on what these skills are. Okay. Okay. Now, first is the interpersonal skills. Okay. How you interact with others. Yeah. These are social skills used to communicate and work effectively with others. The communication. If you're sitting across, talking with people around, you clearly explain your idea, maybe during a team meeting, and others easily understand and support it. This is one example of it. Okay. Now, here are given communication, active listening, and teamwork. Okay. So, we take one thing at a time. And these are the skills, interpersonal skills, which is a part of emotional intelligence skills. Getting that? So, we're going step by step in it. You already have it, but you are maybe not aware of it. Yeah. So communication skills is when you communicate assertively, not aggressively. No, no, you have to listen to me. I have to get this done now. You listen. It is my way or the highway. Yeah. If you don't listen to me, it will not work. If you are doing that communication, then your relationship is not going right. There's no relationship skills being used, no EI skills being used. Yeah. So it can hamper the relationship. Maybe in a team meeting, maybe in a project, whatever, if you're in college, in that, or maybe in a family gathering, whatever. Yeah. So when you are saying something, you have your opinion, you state it across, you state nicely in an even tone, not very high, not very low that they can't hear, and assertively. Yeah. And it is not very passive communication. Okay, jo bhi bolega, I listen. Not that, not aggressively, not angrily, but in a nice way. Whether the other person listens, understands or no, that will come afterwards. But what you want to communicate, you have to do it in a even tone, right? And understand, speak in their language in the sense how they will understand. Yeah. Okay. The next is active listening. Okay. And when I'm talking about active listening over here, it is you speak less and listen more. Yeah. If a classmate shares that they're stressed, you listen without interrupting and offering support. Like yesterday, one of them had said that his friend or someone, they share their feelings, yeah, and he wants to support, but just want to talk and express. I do not forget. I mean, I forget the name who had expressed over here, who had shared over here, right? The same way, active listening is when you talk less, you don't interrupt and keep advice and suggestions. Yeah, you just hear more and listen properly to what actually they are saying and expressing. That is a skill of EI. Yeah. As you are listening, you would also want somebody to listen to you like that, right? And that is the way you behave. That is the way you respond. How you want people to listen to you. Yeah. How you want people to listen to you, listen, and what you want to share, what you want to say. The same way you should also reciprocate. आप जैसे आपको जैसा सुनना है कहना है if people want to listen the same if you respond to other people, yeah, that is when the relationship works. Okay. Yeah. Teamwork, to successfully and actively take part in teamwork. Yeah. Respecting each other's thoughts, opinions. You may not agree with everything. Yeah, it is not necessary that you agree with whatever your teammate is telling you or your classmate is telling you. If at all you're going to work or you're already working, it is not necessary that you agree with whatever each and every colleague is telling you in a team. But you respect each other's. Yeah, you respect each other's thoughts. You respect each other's opinions. Listen to them, clarify. Yeah, and then you can express your own thoughts and opinions. Okay. And that is where the interpersonal skills that you have works. That is where the relationship skills work. Yeah. Conflict resolution, because it is in there when you've got conflicts, two teammates disagree, you mediate calmly and help find a compromise that satisfies both. You can do that if you have all these EI skills in you. Yeah. And all the components of EI is there in you, where you can regulate your own feelings and that of others, understand others' feelings. You can do this calm mediating. If two of them are disagreeing, they're getting into a fight, you can do that. You can regulate your own feelings and calm others down and see that they reach a compromise. Yeah. Empathy. The other one is empathy. A colleague is going through a tough time. You adjust your expectations and offer help. Yeah. This can happen to anyone. Yeah, because all everything sometimes things don't go according to what you want. Yeah, life has its own ups and downs. Some of you and you, what whomever you know, may be going through a bad time. Yes. Mrudul is saying effective communication is important, right? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, that is where I'm getting it over here because, and this all comes into that communication skill, Vidul. I'm so happy that you are sharing that and I value and respect to your opinion. Yeah. So, yes, it is what it is. The communication skill, all these things come into it. Yeah, it comes into the interpersonal skills in a relationship. Yeah. And this is very, very important because we interact with people day in and day out, right? Every day. We are not staying alone and isolated and in our jungles, away from people, away from everybody, right? Every day we are interacting with our family, with our friends, with our colleagues. If you're working with your, office colleagues and whoever, when you're traveling with people all around you, right? Yeah. So all these skills are very, very necessary for you to be emotionally intelligent. Yeah. So empathy is where you understand what the other person is feeling. That we have started, we have done that session yesterday, right? And that is so very important in maintaining a good relationship. Yeah. If you empathize with a good friend of yours, if she or he is going through a bad time, that friend is going to really feel good. Yeah. Same way, if you are going, God forbid, you are going through a bad time, and that friend comes and says, okay, I'm there for you, that makes you feel good too, right? And that is going to make your relationship even more stronger. Same thing applies to family. Any family member may be going through some tough time, some bad time. Be there for them, empathize with them. Yeah. Some tough time, bad days at office. Maybe your parent is going through some bad day in the office, at work, at home. Empathize, be there for them. Express that I'm there for you. This will strengthen your relationship. Okay. Now, EI is useful for networking because that is what you all are going to do. If you all are in college, you all are going to leave college and go, that is what you're going to do. Yeah. In a career fair, you engage in a meaningful conversation, ask thoughtful questions, and follow up with whoever is there. Yeah. So, understanding your own feelings, understanding that of others, how you're going to talk with them. Yeah. And how you're going to communicate to them. Yeah. Everything comes into interpersonal skills. Okay. Okay, and now the intrapersonal skills, that is how you understand and manage yourself. I have not put any pics over here because these things are already done yesterday, yeah, in the last 2 days, right? So it will be just a brief, let's say, recap of it. Now, intrapersonal skills is how you know, how you understand, how you manage yourself. Yeah. So these things may be repetitive in the last 2 days that I'm again this is repeating, but it is very, very necessary for a good relationship skills, as I keep on telling, and when you go on to the leadership, because each and every one of you over here could have these leadership qualities, and it is very, very important to enhance these leadership skills if you have all this in you. Each and every one of you here could one day want to open a startup or open, or have your own company or work somewhere, and in that, even if you're working somewhere, you'd want to lead a team one day. Yes, you would want to be a manager or vice president. You may have any number of dreams. Yeah. So for all that to happen, for all that to realize and take place, you need to have those skills. Whatever I'm mentioning over here, all these EQ skills, intrapersonal and interpersonal. Okay. So that is why the repetition is there, so that it just gets into your mind and stays over there. Okay. The self-awareness that we said yesterday, you need notice. Example is over here that you notice that you are anxious before a presentation and then you prepare with extra confidence, because if you're feeling anxious and you feel self-aware, you start regulating your feelings and you're preparing for it. right? You become even more prepared for it in a better way. Okay, like I'm always anxious before a presentation. I'm always anxious before a lecture. Yeah. And that is good for me. And I do not treat anxious as an enemy. I treat anxious as a friend. It should be there. It is there. That is why I'm more prepared. Yeah. That is why I see whether I've left out anything. That is why I'm more aware of who my audience is, whom am I catering to, whom am I presenting to, and what is their feedback. So accordingly, I keep changing either my pictures or presentation order. So that anxiousness makes me alert, makes me aware, and makes me more prepared. That is self-awareness. Okay. Now, self-regulation is this is also important for you when you are in a team or you're working somewhere, anytime you receive harsh feedback, but stay calm, reflect on it, and use it later on how you're going to improve yourself. Any harsh feedback which is given, instead of thinking, Array, what is this? What is happening? Why are they criticizing? I did it so well. And still they have to criticize. Yeah, they don't know anything. And you get angry and you just don't communicate properly. And it becomes a very bitter atmosphere, right? But this harsh feedback, even if it is received, it may or may not be right, but you receive it and stay calm. This happens if you are self-aware of your feelings and you can regulate it, right? And then you reflect upon it. What happened? Why did I say like that? Where did I go wrong? Is the communication right? Did I say whatever I have to say properly? Was it properly understood by them or no? Where was a communication lag over here? What happened? Then you reflect on it and then improve upon it. Yeah. Next is a motivation. The intrapersonal skill, another skill that you can have is a motivation. Okay. In this motivation skill, as I said yesterday, you get set a personal goal to improve it. This is an example. Okay, GP, and create a study schedule to stay on track, because your parent is not going to be there always to tell you what to do and what not to do, right? And set up a timetable and tell you, okay, you have to follow this timetable and all that. है ना? So there you have to motivate yourself. It comes in the intrapersonal skill. And this is very, very important if you have to be a leader tomorrow. If you want to be a good leader, you have to do this and motivate yourself. Okay? Not time management. Again, this comes into it. Okay? You plan your week in advance, plan and balance assignments, part-time work, social time, whatever you're doing, you plan it in advance. Okay? So all this, what you're doing, let's say, all your commitments, social commitments, and your assignments, your project, this, that, everything. If you are good in your EQ skills, you know how to balance it out. You have your free time, you enjoy it too, and you work too. So it's a win-win situation. And is resilience. Another character, or what you call the important skill, is resilience. Yeah, there's an example over here. After failing a test, you reflect on what went wrong and come back stronger for the next term. Now we'll be talking a little bit more on resilience in a few minutes from now. We'll be talking about that. But this is an example, and one of the qualities you need in yourself. कि जो भी, if at all you come across a hurdle, how are you going to get back to it? Reflect on what went wrong, what happened. Yeah, how can you correct it? And the next time we come across a test or exam or whatever, how are you going to correct it? Yeah, and come back stronger for the next one instead of giving up. Okay. Goal setting. You create a step-by-step plan to apply for an internship, including resume updates and networking. I'm sure if whatever year you all are in, I'm not aware कि कौन से साल में हो आप, whether you want to graduate or postgraduate, but whatever you all are doing, you all are going to apply for internship, you all are going to apply for resume. So if you are having those AI skills, you are going to start setting up a goal from this time, from maybe a 2 months from now, maybe a summer job, you're going to have summer vacations now, right? So May or June, what are you going to do? So you start applying for internship. Your resume will be updated. Yeah. And you start networking, reaching out to people, understanding them. trying to see what would they want. All this come into your intrapersonal skills. Getting that? Yeah. So before we move on further, any questions over here? Any doubts over here? Or you have your own opinions, you have your own expressions, experience to share, please feel free to do that. Yeah. Well, thank you. Shubham is saying it starts with making people feel more important. Yeah, wonderful, Shubham. That is a wonderful way of putting it. Yes. If you're making, because you want to feel important, you feel good when you feel important. Yeah. So the same way, if you make people important, yes, you do that. Yeah. I had read somewhere in one of the articles where Shah Rukh Khan makes every person in that room over there feel very important. And then you feel okay, you warm up to that person. And you think he thinks that when he is talking to you, he makes you feel that you are the only person in the world that is important to him at that moment. And that is his way of communicating. That is his interpersonal skills that he has in him. And I'm sure many of you will be having it, but I just came across this article and I thought I will share it with you. Right? Yeah. Because yeah, some okay, it is clear. Yes, sometimes advanced planning makes me anxious. Yeah, it is okay. When you're getting anxious, that means you're more prepared. Yeah. So you're more prepared. You know what to anticipate. And you're more prepared for it. You're planning for it. It is good for you that you're thinking in advance, right? Just don't let those anxiousness go out of control. है ना? Don't let that hijack happen in here. That is where you regulate your emotions. Okay? So we just move ahead. Yeah. Okay. Now this is the first scenario that I'm giving you with an example. The next one you have to do it. Okay. Okay. Now connecting with professors. This is again, it is all your interpersonal, intrapersonal skills and where EQ comes into help. Okay. Suppose you're struggling with a topic and need to ask for help. Okay. There's a professor. You're going to the professor and asking for help. Now where EQ helps over here? Self-awareness helps you recognize you're feeling intimidated. That is something is not, I mean, you are, you know, maybe there's some project or maybe some topic in which you are feeling overwhelmed, which is you feel that, okay, I cannot deal with it and you're feeling intimidated. So you go and ask. When you're aware of it, you know you need to ask for help. Okay. Yeah. Self-regulation. These are the EI skills which is going to help you. Keeps you calm and respectful when approaching. Okay, so he's a professor, he's your professor, right? So you have to regulate yourself. Okay, I need to be calm. I need to be respectful when I'm talking with him. Yeah. I cannot talk to my professor like a friend. I cannot tell him, okay, this was a topic that you had told yesterday and he did not understand. I cannot tell him angrily, right? You cannot be aggressive with your professor, right? So you're going to talk to him in a nice manner and, perhaps in a calming manner. Whether he respects, that is a difference. But are going to try, right? Empathy. Let you pick up a good time to talk when they are not busy. When your empathy is a skill which helps you do that. Okay. Maybe you are not aware of it, but yes, empathy is a skill. Okay, you say, Are when sir is free. Okay, sir, when are you free? Okay, let me know when you're free at your convenient time. I will come to the class or the staff room or wherever and talk to you about it. Yeah, that is where empathy skills come. If you had not no empathy skills, you would not care. Sir, I want to know now. Tell me now. You will not care whether he has a time or no. Yeah. But if you're asking, let me know, sir, which convenient time for you. I would want to ask these questions, these is doubt. Yeah. That is where your empathy skills come. Social skills help you phrase your questions in thoughtful and non-demanding way, not in an aggressive way. Yeah, what you want, you're asking for help. Okay, so you can't demand it. You can't be angry over it. You can't be aggressive over it. Okay, so what happens when you are using all these skills? The professor is more willing to help and sees you as a respectful person and is engaged and talks to you and perhaps clears your doubts. है ना? So this is a scenario, and these are the EQ skills which is going to help yourself. Clear? Understood? Yeah. Is this scenario cleared and the EQ skills that you will be using cleared over here? Because I'm going to give you the next scenario and you are going to tell me what EQ skills will be useful over there. Okay? Okay, so we move on to the next one. The next scenario is, yes, one group member isn't contributing much and it's frustrating the rest of the team. This is your scenario. I'm giving you a scenario where you are in a team project. One group member isn't contributing, is not listening, is not interested, and it is frustrating the other members in the team. How are you going to deal with this? What is the EQ skill you are going to use over here to deal with this situation? This question is open to all. Please answer. Again, this is the situation. One group member isn't in your peer projects, in a group project. One of your group member isn't contributing much and it is frustrating. He's just not interested. सिर्फ टीम में है, count में नहीं है. Okay, he's just there, but he's not doing anything at all. And you have given him an important role to play. He has to do something very important, maybe research, but he's not doing anything. And it is frustrating everybody in the team. And you are the one who's having all the EQ skills. So, what is the EQ skill you're going to use? And what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, you make him feel, Prathamesh is saying you make him feel is important, but how? Because he is not contributing. Yeah, yeah. So, what is the EQ skill you're going to use? Self awareness, empathy, motivation, yeah, managing emotions, and all the relationship skills that you have you seen so far, all of it. What is the skill that you are going to use to get this across, solve this problem? Okay, you're saying gifts. How? I'm asking about the EQ skill. I'm not asking what you're going to give him. I'm asking you the EQ skills you're going to use. I repeat, the EQ skills. Awareness of what he is feeling. Are you going to understand it, manage it? Yeah, motivation, empathy. What is it that you're going to use it? What is a skill you will use, and how and why? Okay, don't give any further info and start working on his work. Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. Yeah, again I repeat, what is AQ skill? I go back to, yeah. Okay, this is example how we can deal with arrogance. I will break his arrogance by asking him some questions, and I don't want to answer. I will calmly ask him to maintain the decorum. Okay, so you're going to manage it. So the managing skills, managing emotions, is the skill that you are going to use, right? Yeah. Oh, Shubham. Yes. Okay. Mrudul has answered empathy, self-awareness, effective communication, conflict resolution. These EQ skills can help you navigate the situation with sensitivity and effectiveness. Very well put, Mrudul. Very, very, very well put. This is the answer I wanted. Yeah. Empathize, understand why he isn't contributing, understand where he's coming from. It is difficult to empathize. Yeah. Somebody is not listening, it is frustrating. It is difficult. Yeah. Self-awareness, aware of your own feelings. Okay, I want to really get angry, but I need to manage it because this is a team and we need to complete this project. Fighting will not help. Yeah. Effective communication, wonderful conflict resolution. These are the EQ skills. Yes, Nutul, very, very, very well put. Very well put. Yeah. Okay, this is what I wanted from y'all, understanding this. How EQ is felt. Empathy allows you to consider if someone might be going through something. You don't know what that person may be going through. Yeah, there may be something that is why he is not listening. Yeah, why he's not contributing, why he's not listening to you. Yeah, so there must be something that is happening in his life which is not sharing. Something is going on. Self regulation helps you avoid blowing up or being passive or aggressive. Yeah, as you have put it, social skills enable you to bring the issue constructively and find a solution. So these are the EQ skills that is going to help you manage this. Yeah, it can happen with any one of you. Yeah, it can happen in a group project if you're studying. It can happen in a group project when you're working also. It can happen anytime. You come across such people who are not interested, who do not contribute. First, understand why he is not doing that. What is going on in his mind? What is something he is not communicating with you? Right? Yeah. Yes, the most important thing is we remain calm. Very well said. Okay. So when you're using all these EQ skills, the group stays cohesive, productive, and the relationship isn't damaged. And you reach your goal, right? You have a project, you reach your goal. If everyone is frustrated, everyone keeps fighting, it does not make sense. You will not reach your goal. You won't complete your project, right? Yeah. This is the answer I want. Yeah. Okay. There's another one. Now tell me. Building a long-term professional relationship scenario. You want to stay connected with a mentor or a former professor. ये कुछ हटके है situation. I am not talking about solving problems. Yeah. I'm talking about maintaining relationship. Yes, they may be a professor, they may be a teacher, even in school time, even now, or if you are in college now, there may be someone whom you, I mean, after you leave college, you would want to maintain a relationship. So, how are you going to do that? What are the EQ skills you are going to use to maintain a relationship? I know this is different, not solving a problem, but maintaining a relationship. I want you all to understand that. Okay, so tell me, what are the EQ skills you are going to use to maintain a relationship, stay connected with your mentor or former professor? Yeah, come on, the social skills that we just learned, the interpersonal, intrapersonal skills, right? So, what is that you're going to use to maintain this relationship? Or what you normally do that? Yeah, I'm waiting for your answers. Wonderful, Prathamesh, effective communication. Yes, and how are you going to do that? Hmm? Communicate with your professor, right? Yeah, intrapersonal skills. Yes, good, good. So this is what I wanted. So it is not that whatever you're learning now, whatever I'm sharing over here, it will just from एक कान से सुना दूसरे कान से निकाला ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. You are making use of whatever you are learning or whatever I'm sharing over here. I will not say I'm teaching. I never say I'm teaching you anything. I'm just sharing my experiences. Okay. So I'm very, very happy that you're making those points into use. You're putting it across. Yeah. Very nice. Yes, it is a self skill. Yes, it is there. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Mridula say empathy, self-awareness, gratitude. Wonderful. Regular updates and meetups. Yes, gratitude. Wonderful. It's a very, very nice way of putting it up. Gratitude is also one of the very important skills that we should have, EQ skills that we should have. Yeah. Okay. I just come up with this. This is what can be done. Social awareness reminds you to check in from time to time. Yeah. Without making it transactional. That is, without making it like a कुछ जरूरत है या कुछ चाहिए उनसे a business deal. Yeah. So without making him feel that, okay, I need something from you, that is why I'm in touch. No, you're doing it because you want to be in touch. You admire and respect this person. To keep checking in. Empathy helps you acknowledge their time and efforts. Yeah. The time and effort are given to you. Relationship management means you show appreciation and give updates on your progress. Appreciate whatever your professor has done for you. And you tell him also. Appreciation is gratitude. Okay. So when you tell him also, sir, I'm doing this so far. Yeah. And this is where I am today. And it is, and you have a huge contribution to it. And thank you so much for it. Yeah. So as one of you said, you make them feel important. Yeah. Then they feel valued and are more likely to support you in the future. Yes. When you're maintaining the relationship, so anytime you need help, this person will always be there for you. If you, I mean, you want help in skills, you want help in anything else, the knowledge, sharing of their knowledge, they'll be there to help you. And because you look up to them and you value them, you give them importance. Yeah. And you have maintained the relationship with them. And these are the EQ skills that you're taking care of. Awareness, social awareness, empathy, relationship management. Yeah. All that comes here. Yeah. This is the intrapersonal skill or interpersonal skill. It's with you and yourself and your professor. Right? Got it? Yes, acknowledgement. Be original and speak whatever you want, but in a calm and positive way. Wonderful. Yes, genuine. Be genuine. Don't, or no, let's say something exaggerated way. Yeah. So that, and which you don't mean. Okay. What you say, they'll say from your heart. है ना? Then only it is going to be effective. And then only it is going to reach his heart. Yes? Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing and acknowledging that whatever you have learned so far, you're putting it into use. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So now we come to the optimism and resilience part. Okay. So optimism, being optimistic and being resilient are two different things. Okay. Being optimistic is being positive. Being resilient is whatever hurdles, whatever problems you come up in your life, yeah, you don't give up. You fight back. You come back stronger. Yeah. Some hurdle comes and over here in this branch, PPP is written over here. So PPP is like pessimistic, being negative. Yeah. So when there are a lot of negative thoughts that keep coming. There are a lot of people who will be giving negative thoughts to you. There are very pessimistic people outside too. But ignoring all that, you stand up for yourself, you be positive, you be optimistic, and you be resilient in spite of all those people telling you that. Yeah, all the people over there being pessimistic, but you look at the sun and say, okay, I am being positive, I am being resilient, I will come up and I will shine like this sun. Yeah, that is what is being optimistic and resilient. Okay, now I'm going to show you a video clipping. Okay, a video clipping of a person called Nick Jovic. I mean Jovicic, which is he is a more motivational speaker and he is physically challenged. Okay. Now, in this, he's telling you about his story. Again, because of the volume issue, I'm going to tell you what he's saying. Okay. How he has come up in life. And he actually was there in what do you call an auditorium motivating college students. Okay. Yet that he's motivating college students over there. And being physically challenged, how he's optimistic and resilient, he's just going to show you an action when he falls down, actually falling down, physically falling down, and how he gets up. Yeah. When he's physically falling down and getting up. When he is not given up. When you see the video, you will understand what I'm saying. Physically he falls down, purposely he falls down to show that how he gets up, how he doesn't give up because he is physically challenged. Okay. He has fallen down n number of times. He was born like that. And the message is putting across is you will also fall down many times. May not literally. Actually भी नहीं गिरोगे. But there'll be problems in your life. Everything is not like very good in life, right? You're going to have hurdles. So how you're going to get up? Pull yourself up. Be optimistic. Be resilient. Be stronger. Yeah. Don't give up because you're going to fall down so many times. Like he has fallen down many times in his life, but he's always gone up. And if he had not been optimistic and resilient, he would not reach where he is today. He would not be a motivational speaker. Yeah. People would not look up to him. Yes. And this video is going to also show you how to value yourself, how to be grateful to whatever you have. After you see this video, you will understand. Okay. So please look at this video. The volume is not there, but I've explained it to you now कि क्या है, what you're expecting, what this person is telling you. ठीक है? And if at all, after watching the video, if you have any doubts, let me know. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. His name is Nick, and this is the way he was born. Okay? He was born like this, physically challenged. Hmm. And he's showing you pictures of his childhood. He's telling you how he wanted to end his life once. Yeah. And how he has beaten that, being resilient, being optimistic, and he's come up. Yeah. Yes. Being having no arms and no legs, proper legs, grown up legs, he has graduated. And here he's speaking in a college. Yeah. Yes. That is all he has called a leg. Okay. So he's making it humorous. Yeah. He's making it funny. He's trying to laugh at himself. That is self-regulation. That you have the ability to laugh at yourself. Now watch. See, he's fallen down. Yeah. And he's saying how he is going to get up. Yeah. Yeah. He's saying that he has no arms, no legs. but he's going to show you how he is going to get up. Yeah, he's saying, don't give up, even if you fall 100 times. This is going to make you stronger. Yeah, he's going to show you how he is going to get up, how he's going to stand up. Yes. Um, it is a very, I mean, I have seen this video multiple times. I have played this video multiple times in my sessions of optimism and motivation. And I must have played it more than 100 times actually, but it always touches me. It always makes me feel grateful to whatever I have in my life, right? Yeah. Yes. His resilience and determination shows, yeah, with the right mindset, people can do anything that they want, right? Very well put, Mridul. It's a very inspiring story. Yeah, this man didn't was born without hands and legs. Yeah, and he could have given up, right? It's very easy to give up, and you can't even imagine how many times he must have fallen down. And in this auditorium, he tells that I have fallen down many times. It was very difficult for me to get up. Yeah, just imagine yourself that you are fallen down flat on your face, and you don't have hands and legs. How are you going to get up? Today, if you fall, you can hold on to something, get up. Yeah, you got your hands and legs, right? But he doesn't have them. So, how many times he must have done that? How many times he must have practiced getting up, when falling down, getting up? You know, it must have made him, very, very frustrated and helpless at times. Yeah. Yes. My point being, this can happen to you too. Not in the physical challenge way, but there may be many hurdles coming in your life. God forbid, but every one of us do face hurdles in life, do face problems in life. Yeah. So गिरोगे आप, जाओगे, गिरोगे, mistake, you will make mistakes, but come up in life. Be optimistic, be positive, have that resilient mindset. Yes, जो भी होगा, it's okay. I will come up. I'll fight this off, and don't give up. Yeah, don't put your hands up. So I can't do it. Yeah, there'll be many times in your life, but gather yourself, regulate your feelings. That is why it is important that you regulate your feelings. Take care, empathize with yourself, and then the optimism and resilience is there. Yeah. So this was just to show you, yes, yes, my respect for him just grew. Yes, it is. And as I said, I have played this video a million times. Every time I have a presentation showing optimism skills, showing resilience, showing motivation. This is what I play always, and it is very, very effective because I get affected by it. I get, if I remember, okay, if anything comes up in my life, issues, and I say, if he can do it, if he can face the challenges and come up, I have got my hands and legs. I can do that too, isn't it? He's got so many problems in life. Yeah, but he has finished his education and he's a motivational speaker all around. If he can do it, I can do it too. Yeah, so keep that motivation in mind. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and why do you want the session to get over? It will get over when it has to get over the few minutes more. Yeah. Uh, There's something that is very valuable over here, out here, that I'm sharing. Yeah, please be patient with that, right? Okay. Now, uh, I'm giving you one scenario where optimism is used. The other one, you're going to tell me how to deal with it, right? Um, Optimism is seeing the positive even in tough situations, right? Okay, the scenario is you don't get the internship you applied for. It can happen, right? You don't get it. So, optimism example would be instead of feeling defeated, you think maybe it wasn't the right fit. I mean, maybe I wasn't fit enough over here, or maybe it was not meant for me. Something better will come up, and you apply to many more places with more renewed energy. With more energy. One place you got rejected, maybe three, four places you get rejected. And you think, okay, it was not meant for me. Yeah. Maybe it was not meant for me. Something bigger, something better will come up. So I keep applying in different places. Right? So that is what optimism is. You get rejected once, you get rejected twice. There have been many instances. If I can give an example, the KFC fellow, yeah, the one who found the KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, he was rejected a million times with the recipe of Kentucky. Nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody wanted to give him money to start a restaurant because they thought that his recipe was pointless, is nothing. But at the age of 56, he did not give up. At the age of 56, he started his own restaurant KFC, and that is, it is all over the world now. Yeah, that is determination, that is optimism, that is resilience. You getting that? Yeah, not giving reject. Even if you're rejected, you don't give up. Okay. Now the next scenario is for you. Okay, this one you understood. Optimism example. Okay. Now next scenario is for you. Academic challenge, a very common one. You score lower than you expected on a midterm exams. On your exams, you scored lower in your midterm exams. So, what is the optimism or what is the optimistic thought or action you're going to do? What is a positive thought or positive action you're going to do in this scenario? Yeah, this is out for everyone. What is a positive thought or positive action you're going to take over here? Yeah, I'm waiting for your answers. What is a positive action or optimistic action you're going to take? You score lower than expected, so what will you do? Yes, you will do better next time. I go the day I want and work, I'll get a chance to again to prove myself in the final exams. Wonderful. Yeah. So it means you're already optimistic, you're already positive, and you don't get disheartened by low marks in your exams. Yeah. So I need to prepare very well. That's a good planning. Yeah. You need to prepare, right? Good. Thank you for responding, Muradul and Prathamesh. Yeah. Okay. So it be you tell yourself this is a learning opportunity. I can do well in the course if I study smarter the next time. That is something, it is as an example. Okay. I'm just giving you this can be your thought. Your thought is also right. Your action is also right. This could be one of the thoughts. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to think this way only. Yeah. You think your thought, however you want to think in a positive way. Okay. Yeah. Now, resilience. Resilience means bouncing back from adversity, bouncing back from any problems in your life. Now, the scenario is there has been a personal loss, personal issues with your family, and your mental focus and academic performance is affected. The personal issue could be maybe a bad health of a family member, yeah, which you love and care, and you have to, and everybody is very sad and disheartened around it, or you have to take this family member to the hospital, or you have some financial issues, yeah. and it is affecting your mental focus and academic performance. The resilience thought and action would be you take time to heal, seek support, and gradually regain your academic momentum, not letting the situation define your whole semester. Yeah. For a while, it might affect you, but you will not let it affect your whole semester. You will bounce back. You will be resilient and come back. That is an action you will take. Okay. Now, this scenario is for you, which could happen if you're going to start a startup. This is a startup failure. Your small business idea does not work out. You started a startup, which many of us are doing nowadays, and it doesn't work out. So, what is a resilient action you're going to take to come back? Are you going to give up and say, "ये मुझसे नहीं होगा," or you're going to fight back and do something about it? What is the action that you will take? Yeah, your failed startup. So how are you going to be resilient? What is your resilient action plan? Good. Mridul says, try a new idea, learn from mistakes, make better plans, and keep going. Yes. Yeah. That will be your resilience. That is, you're going to get back. You're not giving up, right? Yeah. You're not giving up. Yeah. And you're going to go ahead with it, right? Okay. Yeah. So thank you for sharing, Mridul. Yeah. That is what you're going to do. You analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and start working on a new project with these lessons in mind. Yeah, start doing that. Yeah. So maybe you start something different. Yes, something went wrong. What went wrong? Analyze it and get back with something what you want to do. Right? Okay. So we now have understood what is optimism skills, what is interpersonal skills. Okay. So now we move to the last section of EQ and leadership. Yeah, the best leaders have high EQ. Yes, as I said, IQ can get to a certain level, but it's EQ which goes lets you go ahead. And the best leaders have high EQ skills. Yeah, okay. And yes, Mudul is saying adding more, you can try to be positive. You can try approaching some partners or take some expert response. Yes, absolutely agree with you, Prathamesh. Absolutely agree with you that these are one of these resilient steps that you can take up, right? Okay. So we move on to, and these all are these things that you have said now is also a sign of good leadership skills. Yeah. So we have the best leaders have high IQ. I mean high EQ, not high IQ, EQ. Yeah. The best of leaders of that. Okay. Now again, I'm going to show you a video which does not uh, need any volume because it is there in that. It's a cricketing scene. India, Bangladesh. If you're watching cricket, if you love cricket, Asia Cup, last over. Yes. And this man over here, I do not have to introduce because to me, he's one of the best person. I mean, one of the person who is having great leadership qualities. And Forbes India has mentioned that of course emotional intelligence skills. Yeah. Okay. Now, why and how it is going to come out over here? Yes. Yes. Number seven, MS Dhoni. Yes, it was an Asia Cup where, Bangladesh was going to win, but his leadership skills, he trusted the bowler. He trusted the bowler. He knew the strong points of the bowler. And he trusted himself that when this batsman goes for a run, I can run faster than him. And I'm going to make him run out. I'm going to see that I get it run out. Yes, the trust and awareness of his team's strength points and the trust in himself that he could do it and not giving up even to the last over. Optimism, resilience, team building, team leadership, everything is there in MS Dhoni. And that is why he is one of the best captains. Yeah. So his leadership qualities. Yeah. So he's been told that Dhoni is encompassed with sheer emotional intelligence and psychology. His understanding of each member of the squad and bringing out the best in the individual makes him a people person. He turns the emotions and weaknesses of everyone into his biggest strength. And that is MS Dhoni for you. Yeah, there may be n number of people having these leadership qualities. I am giving you an example of MS Dhoni. Yeah, okay. Yes, and yes, his strategy was amazing. He is a genius. He's always is a genius. Yeah. Now we see about his ER skills. That is important in his leadership qualities. Yeah. As I said, it has been proved and has been told every in psychology in all the Forbes magazine that MS is emotionally intelligent. Okay. Now the self awareness that he has, the self awareness skill, believing in instinct, taking risks, knowing the strengths and weaknesses of his team, relationship skills, backing the team when in need, in the time of need, supporting his team. Yeah, always there for his team. This is the EI skill, the two EI skills that he has in him. Empathy and relationship skills, respecting the opposition. Very, very rarely you would see him, or I don't think he's ever criticized anyone. He's been telling, or he's always been respecting the opposition, accepting, acknowledging when they have played well, self regulation, handling criticism, absorbing pressure. I do not have to say how he handles criticism and his self regulation skill because he is known to be a cool captain, cool, right? He's known to have that, right? So that is one of the leadership skills that he has, and one of the EI skills that he has that makes him a good leader. Self motivation, leading with example and showing results, showcasing results. Yeah, when you lead with an example, MS Dhoni does that. Yeah, so these are the leadership qualities that he has in him. Yeah, okay. Uh, that is what you need in being a leadership. Yeah, and now we move on. And this is one of the qualities that he has. I mean, these are the qualities that MS Dhoni has being a good leader, right? Now, there are other examples. Oprah Winfrey, why she's a good leader? Because of deep empathy, self awareness, building a brand, meaningful conversations, interview shows, incredible active listening, and ability to create, okay, safe and spaces for vulnerability. Then we have Fatanedala. So these are examples of people that I'm showing you who have got, who are good leaders in their own way and have got these leadership skills, right? Yeah. Ratan Tata, the great Latanta, he's known for his leadership qualities and he has his EQ skills in him. Yeah, known for his humility, empathy, examples, yeah, everything that is there in him. Yeah, and then there's Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, known for his empathy, humbleness, especially towards students, inspiring, listening to them, listening to their concerns. Yeah, so these are all the leaders, uh, prominent leaders that we have who have got EQ skills and they are famous They are motivators because of their EI skills, not because of their IQ skills. Yeah, got that? There might be somebody that you look up to, some leaders that you look up to, some leaders that you have in mind, some leaders who are your inspiration. Who are they and what are the EQ skills they have? You must be having somebody around, right? Yeah. So, what is the leader you look up to and who has these EQ skills in them? I just gave you some examples of it. I gave you examples of MS Dhoni and the other EQ leaders over here. I mean, the leaders who have got good leadership qualities in them. You have someone in mind? Please do share. I mean, someone who, a leader that you look up to. Yes, Shubham, you said that yes, MS is genius in controlling loves. I'm sorry, I'm saying it now, but yes, not letting his emotions take over the situation. Yes, that is why he's Captain Cool. His strategy was amazing. He did not let the loss of game go over his head and did not panic. Yes, Prathamesh. Yeah, and that is why he's a great captain because of his emotional intelligence skills, right? Yes. Yeah, Mrudul, mine is MS Dhoni. Yes, for me it is. That is why I showed it. Thank you for sharing the same person that you look up to. For me, yes, it has always been MS Dhoni. Uh, for me, he is what you call a benchmark of EI skills, a benchmark of a leader who has all these qualities in him. So you all must be having somebody else too. Yeah. I don't have a role model, but I have role qualities which I try to get into myself. Yes, Prathamesh. It's okay not to have role models. Yeah. But these qualities which we have mentioned so far, and all the EI qualities, the last 3 days that we have done, and today too, when I mentioned MS Dhoni, and the qualities that he has as a leader, the EI qualities that he has as a leader, if you can imbibe in yourself, all these qualities, if you can get it in yourself, I'm sure one day you will be a great leader. Yeah, yes. It doesn't matter if you do not have any role models for you. है ना? Okay. Um, anyone else has got any role model or whatever so far? Yeah. Um, I thank you all for listening in the last 3 days that you have been with me, with us over here. Thank you so much for listening, being there, and interacting, sharing your experiences, what you have thought of, sharing your thoughts, and whatever scenarios that I have given today, you have actually put that into use. Yeah, whatever EQ skills that we shared over here, thank you for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Yeah. If you have any doubts, any questions, but whatever we have done so far, yeah, I'll be really feel free to share. And if you have your own thoughts and opinions about it, I'm waiting to learn from it. I'm waiting to hear what you have to say. Yeah, all those who have been interacting so far, Shubham, Mridul, Prathamesh. Yeah, yes, you have 3, 4 questions, you say, Mridul. Okay. How do you see EQ in daily life? What was your biggest EQ challenge and how you deal with it? And your vibe is very positive and how you keep that positiveness alive in your lowest. Thank you for saying that my vibe is positive. Yes. EQ in daily life is always used, Um, when, like I said, I have a presentation to make. Yeah. And there have been times when I've been given very less time, maybe a day or two. And within that time, I have to submit something or make a presentation. So that anxiousness level is there. How do I do it? So regulation, become aware of myself first. I'm very, very aware of what I feel. I always keep a feeling check-in of what I'm feeling and how much I'm feeling, the intensity of what I'm feeling, and I regulate it. Yeah, maybe do deep breathing, and I love to listen to music. I have got a playlist of old songs, Kishore Kumar songs, which makes me feel good. Yeah, if I'm cooking, I put on some very peppy dance numbers. I do not dance or sing well, but yes, I dance or sing which with the song going on, which makes me always in a good, pleasant mood. It's not that I do not have my bad moments. Yes, I do, but I know how to come out of it, and it requires practice. Yeah. Biggest EQ challenge in my life could be many. Yeah. Um, could be what I wanted to do with my life when I'm a trained teacher. But then there came a time in my life I did not know what to do. I did not know how to continue. I did not want to continue teaching because it got tend to get routine and boring. Yeah. So to take a risk of choosing a different life, different, what do you call a different career. Yeah. It was a risk that I took. Yeah. And that was a challenge in my life. Risk taking place. If I could fail, I could win, anything. But yes, it wasn't very. It took some time to get for me to get here where I am today in this position. Yeah, where I am today, it took some time. It's been like 14 years, 15 years now that I'm in this field. Before that, I was a preschool teacher. In 2011 till 2011, I was a preschool teacher. Yeah, this is the biggest challenge I can say I've taken. Thank you for asking, Rudal. Yes. Yeah. Any questions that you have? In AI, feel free to ask, and I'm very, very happy that you all stayed till the end so far. Thank you so much for being there. And I thank Mrudul, Prathamesh, Shubham, and everyone over here who have very willingly and very actively participated in all the sessions so far. Yeah, thank you so much for participating. Yeah, and all the best to you all in your life. All the very best to you. And I'm sure each one of you here has all these EI skills in place, and each one of you is going to be a great leader one day. Yeah. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much.